When you hear the word broccoli, you think healthy, but when it comes to recipes like cream of broccoli soup, all that healthy turns into a hazard. Hi, I'm Liz Weiss, and with my Better Broccoli Soup, every spoonful brings good nutrition to your table, and you won't believe my tasty trick for replacing the heavy cream. Here's how you make it. We're going to begin with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to heat this in a saucepan over medium-low heat. And to that, I'll add green onions. This is 3 green onions. Slice them up nice and thin. And then we'll go ahead and we'll saute that for 3 to 5 minutes until the onions are golden. Next up, we're just going to add a clove of garlic. I minced it. And we'll give this 30 seconds to a minute to get fragrant and golden. So since this is cream of broccoli soup, we've got to add broccoli. This is actually from a 16-ounce bag of frozen broccoli florets, and we're going to add this. You can use fresh broccoli, but it's just such a convenient recipe, and the frozen makes it that much easier. And here's my secret ingredient. This is a can of cannellini beans, a 15-ounce can, drained and rinsed. Get rid of some of that sodium. And when you puree these beans, they are just going to give a wonderful creamy texture to the soup without adding actually any cream at all. We'll add the beans and then 4 cups of vegetable broth, all natural vegetable broth. And in that goes. I'm going to stir this all together. I'm going to raise the heat and cover it, bring it to a boil, and then I'll lower the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes till everything's cooked. And while that's going, I'm going to chop up some fresh herbs. This is a green, vibrant soup, and the flavors are so fresh. And so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chopped tarragon and 2 tablespoons of fresh mint. And you can add more, certainly. And if you don't have tarragon, you can just go with all mint or just go with all tarragon. Either way, it's going to bring a beautiful, bright, fresh flavor to this dish. It's been 10 minutes. Our soup is done. So we just have a few more ingredients to add. I've got a cup of frozen green peas, and I thawed these out. It's going to add lots of fiber and even more green color to our soup. And I've got those fresh herbs that need to go in. And let me just give that a little stir. Now, if you have a blender, you can blend your soup because this is a pureed soup, or you can use an immersion blender, which is a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and puree this soup. It's kind of like magic. Just keep pureeing until it's smooth and creamy. But remember, there's no cream in this soup at all. All right, the toppers. So many different choices. You can add some extra peas for garnish, and they'll sink in there, and they're super cute. You can add a little bit of green onion. You can add some shredded reduced fat cheese. So we'll sprinkle some of that on top. It's getting prettier as we go. I've got here, instead of sour cream, I like to use plain low-fat Greek yogurt. You can use a 2% as well. Whatever you find at the market is fine. And then finally some croutons. Now, if you're gluten-free, again, you're not going to add those croutons, but that's certainly an option. Classic cream of broccoli soup has 500 calories and over a day's worth of saturated fat. My makeover has just 150 calories and not a single drop of saturated fat. Thick and creamy without the cream, thanks to those cannellini beans. And such fresh flavors. For Meal Makeovers, I'm Liz Weiss.